Hello guys and welcome to Formula 1 2018 Career Mode episode number 1. We've already made the character, we've done the name, helmet and everything, and we're going to pursue my dreams and race at Toro Rosso. Here we are, practice. Let's see how it goes, guys.
Welcome to our viewers from around the globe. You join us just as today's practice session for the Australian Grand Prix is about to start. So Anthony, lots to do of course in these sessions, lots of programs to run. What are you looking for when you jump in the car for free practice?
Well, you have basic checks first of all. You know, is the car working correctly? What are the track conditions like? And you'll be chasing that as the session goes on. Things like that. Then you start getting into the nitty-gritty of it all, and they become more like test sessions where it's all about gathering new data, testing components, tweaking the setup and so on. So there's only so much actual practice that these drivers need. Most of them will be plenty familiar enough with the track layout, either from previous experience or from the simulator.
Once I'm happy with how the car handles, we'll retire from practice and skip the other two practices and go straight to qualifying.
Okay, the track is green right now, so take a few laps to get the tyres up to temperature. Try and feel your way around.
Cars handle a lot differently than they do in the previous F1 game that I was playing. There's stuff all around the door in front of me. We're not. If we have to overtake them, then we will. But I just want to get a feel of the car first, see how it handles. Yeah, you see, in the previous F1 game, I was able to turn and go straight around that perfectly. But this game, I guess the steering's a bit more sharper. It's a lot better in this game. I'm just going to stick behind the McLaren. It is only practice, so we're not having to go full pace. So the brakes work actually. Absolutely. Ooh. Passing the wall there. Running over a cone.
Tyre temperatures, which you can do on the temperature panel of the MFD. We monitor carcass temperature and surface temperature, and you'll get the best performance when they're both inside a normal operating window. Surface temps tend to fluctuate faster, so try a few laps with the data open and get a feel for how to control them.
I think I'm going to retire, you know. I've only done a lap, but how the car feels, it feels perfect. I don't think I need to waste any time. I think I should just go straight to qualifying, you know. Alright, so heading out to the track. I've done some tweaks with the car. We'll just see how it goes during qualifying. Right, there's only one shot, so this end of this lap we'll decide where I start on the grid. Obviously, them ones starting a bit quicker than I will. Their cars are always going to be faster than mine at the start of the season. did lose three places. Coming out of that corner, cutting the corner a little bit there. It's starting to lose places on them lot. Vettel takes pole position so far. I'm just looking to beat my teammate, and so it goes. P10, Bottas P11 now. Bottas takes the lead. Oh yeah, we're going to drop a few places there, surely. No, we gained a place actually. That wasn't good, that was not good, that was not good. Yeah, we lost a few places there. You see, we started 13th. Let's see how it goes.
So qualifying is complete and we're all set for an exciting race tomorrow.
And we'll be our teammate,
Your top
which is a
three
bonus.
are Bottas,
Ooh, look at
Ricciardo
that.
and Sebastian Vettel. It's time to leave for now, but we'll be back tomorrow when the Grand Prix itself gets underway. Formula One season. But it's the same Albert Park that we've come to know and love for more than 2 decades now that hosts the first round of a 21 race championship, taking us from here in Melbourne, Australia, across the globe before we eventually reach the season finale at Yas Marina Circuit in Abu Dhabi. We're a stone's throw from the enormous Port Phillip Bay for today's race at the 3.3-mile Albert Park circuit. It's a bumpy racing surface here, and the 16 corners could prove especially difficult in the wet conditions. Watch out for a safety car at some point during the Grand Prix. We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, with Daniel Ricciardo slotting in alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, and Raikkonen, Hulkenberg, Alonso, Magnussen, and Roman Grosjean. Sainz, Perez, the engineer, and Ocon, Van Dorn, Hartley, Charles Leclerc, and Marcus Ericsson. Sirotkin and Lance Stroll rounds off the grid.
And it's the formation lap. Right, here we go.
Okay,
Formation lap for the Australian
engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. Need to keep the engine cool.
I had to go out
So don't
earlier
lose
when I
it like
started
the rest.
recording the race, and during the formation lap I went into the back of Perez, so we both had to wait in the start line while everyone came around. But you know, here we are again. Hopefully I can bring it home now. Oh, you don't overtake me, Ocon. Don't hit me over, so I'll have to wait. Ooh, slider ran in front of him. Let's see how we'll do. Have to make sure the brakes are at the right temperature, so you have to keep slamming on there. Yeah. I reckon the car will do well. Wait, actually, can I ERS manual? Alright, make sure ERS is on manual because I didn't activate that earlier. Alright, this is. I haven't raced in the rain in this game yet. We'll see how it goes. Just give me it before we start a race. Just give me 1 second, guys. 1 second, 1 second. Alright. Taking control from me. Starting ahead of our teammate. For our first ever season and career race for Formula 1 2018. All cars reforming on the grid. Starting 13.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Here we go, revving up the engines for Formula 1. First race of the season here in Melbourne. And lights out, away we go. The first race. Let's see how we do. We have Van Dorn going straight for an overtake on us. Not so good of a start for us, but hopefully we can pull it back towards this race. No, straight into the back of Van Dorn. He slammed on the brakes there in the first corner. It's very hard to see in this weather right now. I cannot see Van Dorn or Ocon. I'm trying to lose my vision on Leclerc. Go, trying to overtake Leclerc. No, we're not going to go for it. We're just going to go for our teammate. Yep, that was a successful overtake. We're staying hot lap for now. When there's a straight, we're going to overtake ERS. Right, we're going to overtake here. No, on the curve then I lost a bit of speed, we'll go back and hot lap. Wait for a better moment. We're looking for some points here.
Alright, let's focus now for the rest of the race.
Screeching on the wall there. This front wing is affecting my performance, in case you're wondering. Probably not, but yeah, it is affecting it. I'm struggling in the corner a little bit, but I can bear with it. On the home straight, we will try and get an overtake on Leclerc and possibly dive bomb on Ocon. Right, we're going to overtake mode here as we come onto the home straight. Here we go, home straight. Could we possibly overtake Leclerc? Oh, here we go, we're getting no. Make an overtake on Leclerc in this corner. He's off the track, there you go. An overtake on Leclerc hasn't been made. Alright, now I have to catch up to Sergio Perez and Esteban Ocon. Ooh, brakes weren't well in there. Luckily we weren't close to Ocon then, if we could have gone straight into the back of him. It is that front wing that is affecting the braking as well. Losing a bit of downforce on the car, but it's all good. Go for Ocon! Perfect, that was a perfect move. Make sure he doesn't go for an overtake. Oh, we still didn't overtake mode. Damn it, he just... Right. Right, let's try and get a original place back. Where Perez is. Van Dorn for a really good start. Let's see if Ocon tries to make any move. I don't know if he is or not. He just seems to just be following us right now.
Like the fastest tyre for now.
Thank you, Jeff. Make a move on Perez because we've been behind him for long enough, and I'm getting a bit impatient. Oh, he's hitting the side of a car. Is that legal? No, what are you doing? He went for an overtake. He was just there bashing into the side of our car. Whether I gave him enough space or not, I think I did. Major move. Wait. Oh, I was about to say, where's Van Dorn? He was right in front of me. Behind his teammate, Fernando Alonso, who is left off one now. At the end of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Can we get two McLarens in one? 2 McLarens in one? Yes, we can. 2 McLarens in one corner. Perfect. That's what we wanted.
Around 5 minutes. 5 minutes till light rain.
Stop. That was not fault. I mean, well, on purpose. It was my fault there, hitting Roman, but I wasn't doing it on purpose. Hopefully. Making overtaking Kevin in this corner. We'll cut it a little bit as a legal overtake. No, it's not. Right, let's go for the cars in front now. This is the biggest challenge of the race so far, I think. Oh no, we're going to run out of fuel at this rate. We pushed a bit too hard.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Oh no. Oh no.
This is your final lap of the race.
Put it into lean. Please. I need this result. Looking good, looking good. Fuel is gonna die soon. Just get me some injury. Come on. Come on. Gonna die on me soon. Come on. I really want this. I'm gonna be gutted if I don't make it. Come on, car. Look at that, you've got this. I think I've done it. Stay ahead of the people behind me. Come on. You're there. Alright. Yeah. Well done, Ricardo winning on the same nation. Same track. Let's go. We've done it, boys. 8th place on the Australian Grand Prix. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
So there we are. 8th place.
And I can see now the
Episode
drivers are
number
making
1.
their way out. We need Red Bull fighting at the front. They do an incredible amount for Formula One. And that's another winner's trophy heading back to Milton Keynes.
Yep. It's really good. He's done well so far. So yeah. Well done to Daniel Ricciardo winning that. I do like the look of the Red Bull car, I really do. I do find it a bit weird
So
how...
then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Daniel Ricciardo takes the lead of the Drivers' Championship. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Come on, give it to
I
me.
have to give it to the engineer. They did a great job at getting the most out of their tyres without losing pace, something that's a very handy skill to have in modern day Formula One.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings. Red Bull moved to the top of the table. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment of this Formula One season.
Yes. Join us next time for another episode of Formula One 2018. I'll catch you guys in the next one.